we're about to go somewhere odd now. Times to rise and elevation starts to drop down. Our little secret, don't kiss and tell, you're so bad. I'll probably see you in hell. Welcome to hell, baby. This is podcast hell.
Your microphone's in the couch.
This is off to a terrible start. We're supposed to be doing this professionally. We're supposed to be pretend. Is it recording?
It's recording.
We're supposed to be doing this like we're professionals and we're not married.
Yeah, let's just recap how this started. You walked in.
I said, can I sit on this side? You said, that's my chair.
That's my chair.
You wouldn't say that to a guest if you weren't married to me.
This is the first.
I would say. No, you wouldn't.
Can I say what I would say?
Yeah, but then if your guest was like, but I feel more comfortable on the side because this is my good side.
Okay, well,
you wouldn't be like, but that's my chair.
Okay, first off, I only have dudes on this podcast.
You would be like, oh, okay, sure. Let me just readjust the frame so you're comfortable because you're the guest.
This is such a bad argument. First off, I only have dudes on the podcast who are cool, so no one ever says.
Are you implying that I'm not cool?
You took my chair.
Oh my God.
What a bad start we're off to.
This is I like this side of my face more.
Fine.
I have a good side, and I'm not going to say a bad side. There's no bad sides, but this side of my face is aging more rapidly than this side of my face.
Let me see your face.
It really is.
Look at your face.
Look, do you see how do you see how my right eyelid is more droopy than my left?
No.
It is. It's more droopy than my left, and I'm getting wrinkles here that aren't there.
Okay,
and look when I smile, do you see I have more crow's feet there than there?
Barely, not really. I look. I don't know. I look directly into your eyes as we make love for the last 11 years.
You're in love with me,
so I can't. I'm not a.
You're not objective.
Okay, but if I was objective,
I have more hair on this side than on this side.
So if I was objective,
I have like a receding hairline here.
So if I was objective and you turned that side of your face to me, I would go, no!
Yeah, I need a mask like the Phantom of the Opera.
Sing once again
for my
with me.
This is booming voice. That's good.
Strange duet.
You sound good.
Remember I had a clip where I tried to sound like Frank Sinatra. You remember that? It was like a while ago. I showed you. I cut a clip of an episode where I was like, anybody can sound like Frank Sinatra. And and you were like, you don't sound like Frank Sinatra.
Sorry.
But then just now,
you sounded great.
You comped the voice.
You sounded great.
Well, that's our song.
That's our karaoke song.
That's our karaoke as a couple song.
Yeah, it's a hit.
It is a hit. I think I might have a new karaoke song solo.
Okay,
now.
What is it?
I think I'm going to sing Aerials by
I don't know what that is.
System of a Down.
Okay.
Yeah, Rob sent me that Drumeo video where drummers learned it and they played a System of a Down song.
I like that.
I've gotten back into System of a Down the last 36 hours.
That's great.
It's going to be a new thing in my life. It's one of the album Toxicity is like a perfect album.
Okay. I can't go with you on this. I don't listen to that.
Why are you? What is?
Because I want to put my drink down, but I need to hold the microphone.
Why wouldn't you just hold with your hand?
Because I'm holding the cap in the other hand.
Okay. You could have put the cap here and not held it.
Well,
what an insane decision to use the hand for the cap and not the microphone.
Being considerate by being able to still talk into the mic.
Just what a insane choice. I mean, truly madness.
The rest of the pod like this.
Overtaken by madness.
Now I'm cheating out to the camera.
How do you feel drinking wise? We decided that you would get a little drunk for this podcast.
I feel better. It's not good.
It is helpful probably to have a little bit of liquor in you.
A little bit. I get chatty when I drink.
You do get chatty when you drink.
I need to drink
I gotta get you drunk. Something I've never said to her, by the way, in any other context until right now. But I think getting you a little drunk is probably good for this.
You complain about me being quiet. And then I drink, and then you're like, will this broad shut the fuck up?
A little bit.
A little bit.
But it's fun. I got to say, I like Chatty Liz is an interesting Liz. It's a fun change-up.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a good drunk. I'm a fun drunk.
You are a fun. I'm a fun drunk, too.
You are a fun drunk.
I cannot
get very happy.
I get very happy. I cannot get drunk on this podcast because my guests will never speak.
Oh, no, you wouldn't shut up.
No.
Yeah.
If I didn't have miniature panic attacks in my head, it would be good for me to smoke weed before I did the pod.
No, but you are terrible at smoking weed.
I know.
So don't do that.
I just mean
you mean to like mellow
to
you
mellow out.
You could take some gabapentin.
Gabapentin?
Mine or Gordon's gabapentin.
I don't want to. I feel like too many people are on drugs.
Yeah.
You know. By the way, when I was organizing downstairs, like there was
Found a bunch of loose bags
just
of pills.
millions of loose pills. I mean, you look like
It's when we travel. I put all of my like vitamins and pills in one loose baggie to save space.
And then when I guess
because I'm on a lot of supplements and pharmaceutical drugs.
and I guess when you total up like 5 years of travel, you look like you have a real
I have a
problem.
problem. No, but it's just like vitamin D, vitamin C, B vitamins.
Okay.
And Adderall.
Well, there was some, which is hard drug, really.
Meth.
Yeah. I have a buddy. I won't say his name for privacy reasons, but he. I didn't tell you.
What?
Oh no, I guess I won't. Maybe it'll bum you out a little bit.
What happened?
One of my
Who died?
Nobody died, but someone stroked a little bit.
What?
He's fine now.
Who?
I can't say his name. Do you want me to tell you? I'll bleep it out.
Why would you?
I'll bleep it out.
Why would you tell me upsetting health news
Because I'm saying he's
about
fine now.
a mutual friend?
He's not a mutual
who had
friend.
a stroke.
He's not a mutual friend.
And then you're like, but I can't tell you who.
All right.
It's like me being like, Eric, sad news. Your family called.
No. It's not like that.
Something terrible
Listen,
happened.
Let me.
There's been a health episode. They're okay now, but to respect their privacy, I can't tell you till we wrap this
Okay,
thing.
I'll say his name right now, but then we'll bleep it. It's not a mutual friend. I don't know why I said mutual friend. He's my friend.
Okay. Somebody I know that you've never heard of, but I'm gonna make you think. What? Who? I know him.
Okay, yeah, he's fine now.
I wouldn't say he's a friend, but I care about him because he's your good friend.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right now.
What happened?
He just like he took like a bunch of medicine, and two of them didn't like go well together.
No.
And he's talking about like suing one of the
companies or his doctors. Because your
I
doctors
think it's
are
the
supposed
doctor.
to, because you have to like tell your doctor all the medication you're on, and they're supposed to check for bad
Yeah.
interactions.
Yeah, I think he had. I think
he should sue for malpractice.
I think he got
for one of his
I think he got a
doctors.
shoddy doctor.
Oh my god!
I know he's good now.
Well, he's also like probably got like
Okay, we
good
gotta
health
leave too big
insurance,
of
good
you know.
health care.
We don't gotta leave that many
It's free at
breadcrumbs for people to
least.
figure
At
out
least
who
he's
we're
not
talking about.
bankrupt.
Yeah, don't tell people where he lives. Country, but I have one friend that lives.
Okay, well, we can bleep the country
We'll
out.
bleep
too.
the country out too. I got some bleeping to do. We're only a couple minutes in. Isn't it nice? Gordo likes the new fern.
Oh, look at him!
Look at this.
I'm sorry, I have to write back to this person.
Oh my good
It's
God!
about the coffee table.
Oh,
It's somebody coming from my group.
okay. The good people of podcast hell will wait.
Well, while you're in there bleeping, you can just do a little clip, clip it out, but not for so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Cut it out. Yep. That works. Send. Okay.
I'm leaving every second of that in. Our fight, and then people know this if they're the fans of the show. All of you know that the last time Liz was on, we were like, we're not good on this show together.
No.
So the whole thing was like, we're coming on this, and it's like professional.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pleasant.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
I'll be ready to go at 5:30, and then I was ready at 5:15, and then
Already.
you decided to take a shower and shave.
Well, we said 5:30, and
then,
we
and
were.
then we started 10 minutes late.
We did start 10
because of
minutes
you.
late. Okay, because of me. Well, you were in the bathroom for like 30 minutes getting
You didn't
ready.
need to shave or shower.
I had to shave.
Okay.
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't like
and then
having.
you do have to shower after you shave.
I do have to shower after I
you
shave because I get it all
hair
over, and it gets mixed in my. You know what happened today? Like I had so much hair from my beard. I was like drying off, and it was on my dick and stuff from my beard, and I had to go back into the shower and re-wash all my beard hair off. Isn't that weird? Beard hair on my dick. Come on. This isn't a. No, don't let me lose you. We're only 10 minutes in. I'm just saying my beard hair is insane. And I don't like having
your beard.
I don't like having a beard.
No, don't say that.
I don't like it.
Don't say that.
Here's the thing.
I love your beard.
I don't like it that much.
I love your beard.
The reason I have the beard, the reason I let it go is because you do like it, and also I don't like shaving. So it's like...
Okay, so like even if you try to not have a beard, you'd still have a beard. Because
I still have a beard, unless I had a job where I like had to not have a beard. But when will that ever happen? Never.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a successful laundromat owner, as you and I know. That's upsetting to you? Me having a...
I think you should... I think I know your business.
What's my business?
I think you should buy a storage business.
People do talk a lot about...
I think that's better than laundromat. It's less maintenance.
It's like no maintenance.
No maintenance.
Yeah, and you get to have, when people forget to come get their stuff, you sell all their shit.
I think you should do a storage...
Maybe storage.
Unit.
Storage unit. That might be the move.
I think that's if you want a low maintenance passive income business.
I gotta do some storage.
Yeah, you should do that.
There's like, all I know is Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
There's money, there's math, and there's people getting killed and like put in barrels in those things.
Yeah.
So as long as you can kind of like emotionally separate from what's happening in your business, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like homeless people that go in there too.
That's okay. They need shelter.
They can chill in the storage unit.
Yeah. They're not bothering anybody.
They're paying for it.
They're paying for it. They're not bothering anybody. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how you can feel about it if you run the storage unit. Are you allowed?
Probably can't because it's like there's probably like laws that prohibit them from being able to live there. But you can just turn a blind eye and just pretend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would your business be? I know you don't like.
I don't want.
I know, but just like if somebody had a gun to your head and they're like, "I'm gonna
storage."
Okay.
Storage. It was my idea. I said it. I gave you that.
But a different one.
I can't take it.
You know that. What's your
whitewater rafting adventures?
Come on. Would you do whitewater rafting? You're just picking a name.
Shit. That was the first thing that came to my head.
I don't know. I can think of business. Yeah, we can have as much water as you want.
I don't know. I'd own like a theater camp.
Theater camp would be good for you.
I would run a theater camp.
Okay, so you don't want to make money.
No, I was actually thinking about this. I was like, God, everything that I want to do makes you no money.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna give up on our dreams in like a year.
I mean, you doing this podcast again is like sign number one that it's coming to an end.
I was like, what else could I do? And for a while, I was like, oh, I want to be a public librarian. And then I looked into it, and you make no money being a public librarian. No. And then literally just last night, I was like, I'd like to try my hand at directing theater, which there's even less jobs directing theater than there is acting.
Yeah. What about like
theater? And I was like, okay, teacher, but you make like $40,000 a year teaching, like,
and you have to go back to school for teaching.
Like everything I think I could enjoy doing, you make no money, and you need to go back to school for.
I mean, that's fine.
I'm doomed.
If you have
I'm doomed. I'll be poor or unhappy. Those are my options.
Yeah. I mean, you could just like look. You could go trad wife with me, and
I don't want to do that.
But I'm just saying, you won't be poor.
Yeah, I don't want to be a trad wife.
I know, but you could. I mean, you could just.
But I wouldn't be a trad wife.
What would you be?
Like trad wife has like a more like a deeper connotation.
Yeah, to me, trad wife just means like hooking up with your husband, keeping the house clean, and like if the husband doesn't make money, you're like, I'm out. That's the three things I thought trad wife meant.
I don't know. I don't have the trad wife life in me either. I'm doomed.
Well, there was a point in our lives where you were making the dough and I was not.
Yeah.
And that wasn't great for my mental. For a while, I was telling people that it was you, that you hated it, but you seemed to think that it was me that hated it and that you were cool with it.
I was totally fine with it.
I don't know. We have a different memory.
For years, you were like, I think I'd be really happy being a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
And I was like, great, because I like working.
Yeah. I don't, yeah.
And for years,
I feel like I
thought that's the trajectory we were going.
I feel like I don't know that guy anymore.
No, now you're like.
Who is that man?
Yeah.
Now that I've tasted the sweet taste of paying my bills, I'm like.
Like literally, like as we were like getting married, you were like, I would love to be a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
You told me that.
Well,
Not anymore.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye version of me. Bye-bye. I mean, I still want to be around. I don't want to be like an absentee
You'd be a
dad.
great dad.
Yeah.
You'd be a great dad.
I'll do all the playing with the kids.
Oh, my God.
And you will do all the child rearing. She's listening. You can tell her now through the podcast that you didn't like that.
Don't put me on the spot like this.
Oh, it's fine. Listen, I will Okay, it's fine.
Now we have to give context.
No, we don't.
No, yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Now your mom thinks that I'm shading her.
No, my mom.
I walked into a conversation with Erick's mother on the phone. Hello, Gabby. I love you.
Love you too, Ma.
Here's where I walked in. Erick, it's going to be so great. You're going to be such a great dad. Also, I'm not pregnant. Like, I'm drinking wine right now.
Okay.
I'm not. So this is just in case people are like, ooh, if there's rumors. If your 17 viewers have rumors of me being pregnant.
My 17 viewers, Liz.
Okay, so I walked into a conversation and Erick's mom was on the phone and she was going, Erick, you're going to be such a it's going to be so great. You're going to be the one to play with the kids. You're going to be down on the ground. You're going to be playing with them. And Liz will do the disciplining and the teaching them about morals and the feeding them. And you'll just get to play. And I walked in on that and I went, well, I'd like to play with them too.
You get to play.
I would
for
like
sure.
that to be 50-50.
We should try to get it as close to 50-50 as possible.
I don't want you to be the fun dad and then they hate me.
Well, I think I will be very good at going into bad dad.
Yeah,
you know,
I think we're gonna do a good job.
I think I'll be pretty good.
I think I'll probably be more lenient about stuff than you will. I think I'll have a little more patience with, like, if our kids like say bad words.
You think
and,
you'll
like,
be more
give
lenient?
Me attitude. I think I'll be a little bit more.
Oh
patient.
yeah, I would. I would fucking
wouldn't do well.
The disrespect.
I would. Yeah, you wouldn't do well with the disrespect. I think I could handle the disrespect a little bit better.
I would not handle the disrespect well.
Yeah, I know.
I'd be like, why don't you go think about it in the thinking tent, outside.
Oh my God. Yeah, no. Look at
that's the nice.
Look at the look on your eyes.
That's the nice version.
Like you're already. Every time this comes up, you have a fury in your eyes.
The idea that I would bring a child into this world and they would disrespect me. Unbelievable.
No, I would do that. I'd be like, they're individuating. This is a part of being a teenager. It means they're a healthy teenager and they feel safe enough around me to show me disrespect.
I would be like, you just lost your senior prom. Keep talking. Keep talking and I'll blow your car up.
It's a comfortable chair.
Do you like the chair?
I like the chair. It's very comfortable.
Yeah, you're going to be the only person that ever sits in that chair. That is my chair.
Okay.
You're breaking in my chair right now.
Yeah.
It's okay. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good that I break in the couch over here.
Yeah.
I do like having the dog here to pet.
Dog. He's so cute.
And it's nice
He's
too
such
because
a good boy.
usually what happens on the podcast is the dog fucking comes in and he's off camera.
Yeah.
But people just keep
farting.
referencing the dog and all the funny things he's doing. But now he can be right here.
Yeah.
And now when he farts, people will see like a little whiff of his. They'll see my shirt go if my shirt will Pirates of Penzance, and they'll know
Pirates of Penzance.
You know Pirates of Penzance?
Yeah, it's a musical.
Yeah, but like they're on the water.
Okay.
So
I've never seen it.
So the stuff waves.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I was referencing.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that a bad reference?
No, just.
How do
I didn't know you knew Pirates of Penzance.
Oh yes. I can tell you the whole story.
Just do it.
Nah. I don't want to have to work that hard on the pod.
You don't know it.
I don't know it.
Yeah.
I just that's my knowledge of a lot of stuff is very shallow. It's enough to reference it in conversations.
I know it's shallow.
Yeah. You know it's shallow. Yeah.
You read the first 100 pages of Sapiens and
no, I got further.
You act like you.
I got further than 100
are
pages.
A scholar of Sapiens.
I got more than 2/3 of the way through.
Yuval Harari.
Yuval Noah Harari. The book gets boring. I don't know what to say. It gets really boring.
I haven't read it, so.
Yeah. You get past the agricultural revolution and you're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
The interesting part is us evolving through hunter-gatherer phase.
Yeah.
Like that's because a lot of that stuff, those biological markers in those behaviors that we have that we struggle with today that date back to hunter-gatherer times is fascinating. But once he just shits on us, he hates crops so much. He just can't get over his hatred of us putting down roots and being like corn will grow there. He hated that. And it's like, it wasn't that bad, was it? And he's like, no, that's why we're fat and lazy and AI is coming. Like, he dates it all. Like, all the problems of society come from that. Like, he wants us just walking around.
It's good for people that, like, can't walk and stuff.
What do you mean?
Like, disabled people. Like, if you have, like, cerebral palsy or you're born without a leg, it's probably pretty sweet for that.
Of course, these were not the concerns of the hunter-gatherers.
No.
I
think I like crops because now we don't have to do eugenics.
Yeah.
Boom.
Tell me.
There's the argument
explain
against sapiens.
Explain me how that works.
If somebody was born with like severe birth defects, I mean, look, I can't say. Fact check me. Maybe I'm sure there's tribes that like did take care of like disabled babies and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, the Spartans would just like throw babies off of cliffs.
Yeah.
If they were born with birth defects.
Sure.
And now we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's better for accessibility.
Sure. Accessibility was many rungs down the checklist of things that hunter-gatherers were
crops,
concerned with.
I believe, have led to a more accessible society.
Yes. Maybe that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we used to sacrifice healthy kids, too. We would do
but that's beside the point.
I know. But I'm just saying, like, the idea of kids, the value of kids has gone way up in society, I would say.
Yeah.
In the last 100 years. Like, even if you listen to, like, people in the 1880s, they're like, yeah, we had 20 kids because we knew, like, we'd lose 3 or 4 in the winter. like people were very nonchalant about it.
No. Here's the thing. People acted nonchalant about it, but they weren't. They were suffering horrific trauma to their psyches.
Yeah.
As evidenced by the abuse and the addictions that then were perpetuated for generations from the trauma of losing multiple babies.
Maybe.
Yeah, not maybe.
Well, don't you think we were more?
What do you think? Oh, Ethel. Sometimes she got the big mads and the big sads, and we had to put her in the attic for a week. Or Uncle Herbie, sometimes he got a drink in him, and then there's next thing you know, it's a barrel of whiskey. He couldn't be stopped.
Well, yes, it could be that, but you don't know it. I'm not saying that people were like exuberant to lose their kids, but I do think they
just buried it deep down.
Okay.
And then they developed addictions or mental illnesses that weren't talked about.
Sure.
And then they weren't good parents for their remaining children.
Yeah, or they were just trying to like survive.
Yeah.
That's not being good parents. That's just like trying to survive. I think you watched The Revenant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like also people.
There's no moms in The Revenant.
I think people were.
There's no moms losing babies in The Revenant.
There's a dad losing his son in The Revenant. Yeah, he responds with
not a real story.
It is a real story.
It is?
Yes.
Who?
I don't know the name of the guy, but it's based on a true story. Yeah.
Was he a good dad?
Nobody was a good dad by our measure of what a good dad is today. Nobody was sitting down with like, let me finish my point.
It's not that children's lives weren't valued. Children's lives not being valued was like a freaking coping mechanism for the severe trauma of losing a child.
No, I think what it was a harder world where people died sooner.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So that's it.
And then people suffered severe mental illness from watching their babies die, which then led to mental illness and addictions. No. Am I wrong?
I think you are.
I'm not wrong.
No, you're putting like how people would react today.
No, I'm not. I'm putting how people reacted back then. They just didn't have the language for it.
Okay. So you think people today and people 150 years ago have the exact same mental makeup that people 150 years ago were just able to swallow it down more?
We haven't evolved far enough in 150 years. It's that people no, that's exactly what I'm saying. People swallowed it down more, which led to more severe mental illness and addictions.
Yeah. I think
and unhealthy coping mechanisms.
I think a lot of things can change in 100+ years. I mean, literally think.
Actually, scientifically, it can't. We can't evolve that quickly. Our technology is evolving faster than our brains can keep up with it.
The way people think, the things people prioritize, the empathy that people have towards certain situations can't change quickly.
Sure, it can, but I'm saying that lack of empathy and lack of resources when babies were dying more led to more horrific outcomes for the people suffering those losses.
Yeah.
It led to mental illness with no mental health support, and it led to addictions without understanding like root causes and how we mask our pain.
Okay.
I'm not wrong.
No, this is what I think. I think actual like I'm going to die because
that people 100 years ago were stronger.
People 100 years ago were stronger.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
How?
Oh my, Liz, what are you talking about? People 100 years ago were living through the Great Depression.
Okay.
Starving. In America.
Yeah.
Mass starvation.
Sure.
Winning World War II. You want to put kids now to go win World War II? How did they cope
with that stuff when those things ended?
But Liz,
how did they cope with it?
Cope with what? Winning? They won World War II? How did they cope with winning?
And then how did the people that were traumatized cope with it?
They fucking drank.
Yes, exactly.
But they still accomplished shit. So they're better.
That doesn't
they're
mean
harder.
Our generation would still accomplish stuff.
Our generation
and then we would have more resources to help people with their trauma.
The second there is a ground invasion that our generation has to nut up and win, it's over. We're not winning that.
I don't think so. I think people would rise to the occasion.
Who?
The military. Are there people not in the military now?
The military.
Are there no people enlisted in the military?
The military.
Yes, there are. People are still joining the military.
You really don't think that there is a toughness factor that has gone down in the country since like the early 19th? I think
people would rise to the occasion. Yeah.
Okay. I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Well, all right. We're about halfway through the podcast. I can't get over how crazy of a take that is. But we got to move on. I guess. Things change quickly. That's the last thing I'll say.
I agree with that. I agree with that, but the human psyche doesn't keep up with the change as quickly as things change.
I think it does.
It doesn't. It scientifically does not. Our technology is advancing farther than our brains can keep up. Evolution is a long and slow process, and you can fact check this.
I know evolution is a long process. I'm just saying if there's a mentality, if everybody you know has like a dead kid or two, and like you're pushing out into the Western frontier, and that's just like an accepted loss that people understand, like this is what you risk. There's not medicine. You're still using leeches.
Right. It was an accepted loss, and nobody hit their kids, and nobody developed addictions, and nobody committed suicide because they were that much better. You're 100% right. You're totally right. That's the point that I'm making, is that, yeah, it was horrific. They didn't talk about it. They accepted it, but it had horrific impacts for their psyches and the way that they treated the people around them.
Okay. Maybe. I don't deny that this generation's better parents, but you can't pretend like this generation's going to crush a war like the people who hit their kids did. You just can't have both. You can't have both.
Plenty of kids still get hit today.
What?
Plenty of kids still get hit today.
Way fewer.
Good.
Yeah, good. But you're that's beside the point. I'm saying you can make the argument, and I would agree with you. We're better parents now than we were 100 years ago.
Yes.
That's a fair argument.
Yes.
It is insane to think that we would crush a war the way that generation did.
No, you're probably right.
Zero evidence of that.
You are probably right. I do think our technology is making us complacent, and we just scroll, and they want it that way.
Yeah.
So that we don't organize.
Or people are getting weaker. That's what I think.
They're getting weaker because of the technology, because our brains can't keep up with the technology.
Yes, sure. Maybe. That is part of it. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, how do we fight it? How do we stop using technology? I'll tell you what I do.
What do you do?
I don't use an AI thing to auto cut clips for my podcast.
You do.
I don't.
Not to cut, but for captioning.
Well, yeah, but that's different.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not different. That's AI.
Yeah. I mean, look,
Is it AI?
I'm fine with those AI tools that like do the administrative stuff for you. I'm not cool with generative AI. I don't want AI that makes a podcast. I don't want AI that makes art.
Were you the one that told me about the AI that would like if you cloak the questions in a yes or a no, it like
I saw a TikTok.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know the validity of it. Like maybe it was all fabricated.
I saw TikTok pretty much invalidates almost anything that comes after it, but it is horrifying.
Good, because I don't want AI to become sentient. I told you about my friend who works for an AI company, and I like jokingly said, "Oh, I always say thank you to Alexa and Siri," and she dead serious went, "Good, you should, because when they become sentient, they'll be able to look in the logs to see how people talk to them." And she was completely serious, and I was like, okay.
How much fact is that based on?
I don't know, but she works for an AI company.
I don't know.
She works for an AI company. And that was her insight.
We have to...
we might be AI. We might all be a simulation. And we might be a simulation creating a simulation.
How many more conspiracies you got kicking around in there? It looks like you tip the wine back and all of a sudden you're letting them loose. How much you got left in that wine? Let me get a little sip.
So this says three glasses per pack. I didn't know that. I thought this was one glass.
Did you drink the whole thing?
No, I got like a third.
Let me get a little
I probably am 2 glasses.
You're like 2 glasses in on wine? I don't like wine.
Yeah, you don't really like. You don't like drinking in general.
I don't like drinking. I like getting drunk.
You don't like the taste of alcohol.
I like getting drunk, like and doing keg stands, and I can't really do that anymore.
I like the taste of alcohol, but I don't.
They did have a pretty sick gluten-free beer at the Phillies game, and then at Lincoln.
That's exciting.
Financial.
That's great. I'm happy for you.
Red Bridge.
Okay, I've heard of that. It was gluten-free, not gluten reduced.
I have no idea.
How are your poops?
Not great.
It's probably gluten reduced.
Probably gluten reduced. I just wanted the truth. The truth was not important to me in that moment.
You just wanted to.
I'll Google it. I feel like I might have Googled it the first time I did it.
Not every gluten-free beer is celiac friendly.
Well, that's what I asked. I said, "Is it celiac friendly?"
Oh no.
And the guy was like, "You want cheese whiz on that?" I was like, "I don't give a shit. Just give me a beer. I want a beer."
Yeah.
You know what? I'm okay. I usually say no, but. Google Red Bridge beer. See if it's still.
We've Googled it before, and I don't think it's.
Google it, and then throw your phone on the other side of the room, so we don't Google anything else for the rest of the day.
Comes
what lady?
For the coffee table.
She said she's coming at 7.
Right. She said no, she's coming at 8.
Okay.
Red Bridge celiac friendly.
Shout out to the Philadelphia Phillies. Going to the playoffs.
Red Bridge is made with sorghum, so it's a gluten and wheat free beer.
Hell yeah!
Here's the celiac Reddit. Has anyone had Red Bridge? What do you think?
Okay, that's enough. No more.
What does it say?
No more. I'm cutting you off.
Okay, the celiac Reddit likes Red Bridge.
Okay, enough. This is dead air.
What?
I don't want any more. Okay. I don't want to edit the podcast.
Okay.
All this is getting left in. No, it's okay.
You don't think the people want to know what the celiac subreddit?
The people want to know.
Has to say about Red Bridge.
The people want to know why I'm not cutting out moments of Google searches, but
this is delightful.
The drink or the chat?
Our conversation.
Are you having a good time?
I'm having a good time.
You should
get a little drunk.
Get a little drunk and have fun. Get a little drunk. A little drunk is helpful. I did miss you guys while I was gone.
I missed you.
To the podcast listeners, I was in Philly last week for 3 days for my dad's birthday, hanging out, taking the old man to a Phillies-Cubs game, which we won, and then the Army-Temple game, which the Black Knights of the Hudson prevailed. It was pretty sweet.
That's great.
It was pretty sick.
That's awesome.
I told you, Army and Navy are 4-0 for the first time.
Since 1948.
45.
45.
That's not bad. Yeah, you reminded me never to do the thing where you ask someone to guess an impressive number because you were like, I was like, when do you think the last time Army and Navy?
1926.
I was like, why would you guess so far back?
I don't know. You asked me to guess.
You gotta say last. You gotta say last year.
But if somebody's asking you to guess, it's obviously something really high or really low.
Yeah. So guess 5 years out.
But like, if you were asking me to guess about that, I'm not going to guess low. I'm obviously going to think it's a long time.
You know what it is? It's why you shouldn't guess. It's why you shouldn't ask people the thing. It's just like you're trying to like. It feels like it's a conversational, like adjacent to fishing for compliments.
Yeah. I kind of have to pee.
I want you to. You had to pee?
Yeah.
Pee. I'll talk.
Okay. Great. Be right back.
Good. See you in a little bit. Now, let's talk about people being tougher now than they were 100 years ago. The claim my wife made. That would be, I mean, just think of the TikTok videos you can watch of people being destroyed on such insignificant things like the way you refer to them when they're not around in pronoun form, and compare that to somebody taking the beach at Normandy. That would be my question for you guys to ponder as my wife pees. Another question to wonder is, look at the dog. Look at how comfy he is. Is this going to be where he hangs when it's not just me and Liz? Because I feel, you guys can't hear, but he makes funny noises. But when guests come on, he enjoys licking toes. You know, he's getting to know new people that come into the house. I don't know if he's as comfortable as to just kind of like lay down, belly up like this and hang. But if this is just like a permanent chair for Gordon to chill in, that would be nice. We got to do some decorating on the pod. Like I'm thinking like maybe like a big tree here, like a nice tree, maybe, some sort of American flag, or things from TV or like different sports teams that I like. Maybe some bobbleheads could go above. I think there's just this space. It's not going to be all black eventually, but couches are nice. I didn't think I'd ever go leather because I don't like leather couches. But then when I was looking for like chairs, it was like no option. It was like you get like leather couches like this, or you get like weird lint fabric that looks like whatever the Joker made his stupid suit out of. And I'm going to have like a weird purplish yellow chair on the podcast that doesn't match the accoutrement that I already have with the sign. So I felt like at the end of the day, leather chair was really the only way to go. Bob's Discount Furniture, which gave me 0 discount, by the way, when I walked in. I mean, I walked in like being pretty confident, like, hey, man, I need to go think about this, but you give me 10% off, I can move on it now. And the guy was just like, no, full price. I don't care if you buy it. And I was like, all right. That sucks when you get someone doesn't care to negotiate with you. You're not a big negotiator, discounts.
What are you talking about?
When I bought these couches.
Well, it's Living Spaces. It's a corporation.
It wasn't Living Spaces. It was Bob's Discount Furniture.
Well, that's still a corporation.
But the name is fucking Discount Furniture. You'd think they'd have a discount.
Discounted. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, they're full of shit. The guy gave me.
It's not that I'm not. I wish I could negotiate more than I do.
Yeah.
I don't have the confidence, but I've negotiated some things.
Yeah, I've helped you negotiate a couple things too.
Yeah. You're just so much better at it, and you like doing it, so I just leave it to you.
I'm probably more aggressive.
Yeah.
I think aggressive helps. You have to ask like multiple times. The art of asking multiple.
I'm not good at that.
The art of asking. Yeah, no, respectful people hear no one time, and they go, okay.
That's me.
Yeah.
Not you.
Not me. I mean, unless, with the exception of hooking up with ladies, in which case, no, I need one no, and that's it.
You just need one. Never mind.
In every other instance.
Forget
it. In every other instance outside of, hooking up, of M-diving, then absolutely no is a suggestion, and you got to power through.
Yes.
And that's my whole job.
Yeah.
Is turning people's nose into credit cards.
Terrible at sales.
Yeah.
I was so bad.
Who was the guy with the fucking the scar that you sold to? And then we went by his restaurant.
Because I'm scared of that person.
You're scared of that person?
Yeah.
Really?
This place was a front for the mob, 100%.
They're not gonna hear this.
It was a front.
You don't want to say the name?
I'm not saying it.
Okay, well, we'll rename him. Johnny Donorinos.
Johnny Pizzas.
Johnny Pizzas. Okay, Johnny Pizzas is
Johnny
perfect.
Pizzas.
You sold.
No, I tried, but he gave me the runaround.
Okay, it was like a coffee
I used to
machine.
work for a coffee company, and I was like, I was supposed to do wholesale for coffee and like sell coffee to restaurants to be like the official supplier of the restaurants. I did 0 sales. Like I made no sales.
You literally never sold a single thing?
I didn't sell it to a single restaurant.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you were bad.
I was so bad.
I probably should have taken that job.
You would have been great at that job.
Yeah, but wasn't your boss crazy?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different job.
Of a different job.
Okay.
They weren't crazy. I was just really bad at that job.
Yeah.
And I tried to sell this company that was 1,000% upfront for the
Johnny
mob.
Pizzas.
Johnny Pizzas.
You walked up to Johnny Pizza himself.
Johnny Pizzas. I like made my pitch. I talked. She showed me because like the part of the pitch was like, we'll lease you a coffee machine. Like you'll get a coffee machine from us for free if you buy X amount of units of our coffee. So like, he took me to the basement. He showed me the coffee machine. It's like an old rinky dinky thing. And then he was like, come back on this day and maybe I'll buy. And then he just kept giving me the runaround. He had a big scar down the side of his face. And he never bought coffee. And he had 3 storefronts in
like almost
New
an
York
entire
City,
block.
like almost a whole city block in New York City of like restaurant storefronts that barely ever had a single customer in there.
Yeah.
It was totally a front for the mob.
We ate in there.
We did.
Yeah, I got some static from the waiter.
Yeah.
Asking for a gluten-free menu.
Yeah. Literally, you're like, can I see a menu? And he just went, what do you want? I'll make it for you. They didn't have menus.
Look,
we got pasta. What do you want? I'll make it for you.
Look, we're burning a guy's fingerprints off backstage. We're a little busy right now,
They
okay?
didn't have menus.
I ate in there twice.
What do you want? Ziti? Yeah, I'll make you ziti.
I ate in there.
Bada bing, bada boom. You got your ziti, you peg, get the fuck out.
I ate in there twice. Both times I ate in there, not a single person in the restaurant.
And on like a Friday or Saturday night.
Yeah, big restaurant.
Huge.
Yeah.
Three. They had.
It's like a
they
bar.
had a pizza parlor.
Yeah.
Then they had a bar, and then they had like an event space / like nice fancy sit down restaurant, and there was never anybody in there.
Johnny Pizzas.
Johnny Pizzas.
Yeah. It was in.
And they survived the pandemic. We went. Yeah. Remember? They're still around. They survived the pandemic.
He's probably a really good mobster.
He's a really good gangster.
Yeah, he's doing well.
He's making a lot of people sleep with the fishes.
How wouldn't you would imagine that's got to be the first thing you do as a cop if you're like, my job is to bust gangsters.
They're getting paid off. They're paying off the cops.
You think this isn't like fucking Dick Tracy? Are you still paying?
You don't think the mob is paying off the NYPD?
Now?
Yes.
Still?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Well, then how is Johnny Pizza still around?
I don't know.
We've figured it out.
You think?
Okay, one of 2 things is true. The NYPD is incompetent.
Yeah.
Or they're paying off the NYPD.
Do you think that's the only way that they can exist?
If we figured out that Johnny Pizza is a front for the
but
mob, only one of 2 things can be true. The NYPD is incompetent or they're paying off the NYPD.
We haven't figured it out. To figure it out means you have proof that this guy's doing it. We have a strong suspicion.
Strong inkling.
Yeah, but to get proof on that is hard. I mean, that's the whole thing of Ozark. Is you hire a guy like Jason Bateman that knows how to.
What do you think are the odds
that
Johnny Pizza is a front for the mob?
I would say 100%.
Yes.
He is 100%.
100%. Nobody's in there. Remember, we would walk past it multiple times, and we would always go, okay, let's count how many people are in there. And there was just waiters standing there with their arms behind their backs. And one couple on a weird date.
Yeah.
On a storefront that takes up a whole city block.
Yeah. I did take a girl on a date there one time.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It was fine.
Okay.
She was like, "What's up with this place?"
Yeah.
Like, why is it?
It's a front for the mob.
I was just like in my head, like, I want to see if this is a place for fun for the mob. That's what I wanted to know.
I met the owner. He's a scar, giant scar all down the side of his face, and he wouldn't tell me his real name.
He probably got it from some sort of accident where he was like, he was heading to like Sisters of the Sacred Heart to go like help people like put together their rosary beads and shit.
And they survived the pandemic. Like nothing survived. So many restaurants closed.
Yeah. So many good restaurants closed.
Know.
If we ever, when we go back to New York, every time we go, there's like spots, like it feels like new city blocks from like businesses that used to exist there. All the places that we used to hang out, a lot of them no longer exist.
No, it's sad.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, it's always been that way. I remember when I used to give walking tours of New York, we'd talk about how the city changes. Everything here is like on an accelerated pace. Like in Pittsburgh, it would take 40 years. For this to happen in New York, it takes 3 years. But like, we've been gone for how long? 6.5 years now?
Yeah.
It's gone through like multiple churns.
Very different.
Multiple churns.
People don't really use their Metro cards anymore. Now there's an app.
That's crazy.
That happened like 2-3 years ago.
That's crazy.
It happened just a couple years after we left. You have an app. It's actually, and here's the thing though, is like, so you used to be able to like, you could buy an unlimited Metro card or you could pay per ride.
Yeah.
The app actually kind of does a cool thing where once you hit the amount of an unlimited, everything after that, it's just, you automatically get your unlimited.
Oh no.
So that's actually pretty good.
That's better.
That is better.
And when you remember you'd lose your Metro card, and you're just like, great, there's $100.
Yeah, or you can contact them and get a replacement, but then you need to have your receipt, and nobody's fucking keeping the receipt. I wasn't even getting receipts.
No.
So you would just like have to throw $130 down the drain.
Yeah. You think I'm the kind of guy that would keep my receipt and give them a call when I lose the card?
No. So like the app, I like I haven't used the app, even though I've been back since, because like I like swiping a Metro card. Like, I like swiping a Metro card because, like, you're a New Yorker if you know how to swipe a Metro card, because you got to do it at the perfect speed, and I get it every time, and it makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah, it's a low bar for building the self confidence.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever got it down.
Oh, I did.
I would still hit the beep all the time.
Yeah, no, I got it. I can feel it. I can feel it now.
Doesn't that change a little bit of your? Does that change your feeling about the city knowing that there's no more Metro swipes?
Well, you can still. I just burped. You can still get a Metro card.
Yeah.
But like most people have the app.
Would you still do the card, you think?
I would honestly, like realistically, if we moved back, I would get the card, and after 2 months, I'd be like, what the fuck am I doing? Let me just get the app.
Get the app.
But then here's the thing though, with the app, if your phone dies, then you have to go buy a Metro card anyway. Yeah. I'd probably have like a Metro card with $20-$30 on it, and I'd have the app. Okay.
Because the $20-$30 doesn't expire.
I don't know.
Yeah. Look,
actually, Metro cards do expire for a couple of years. They do.
For a while, I kept a Metro card in my wallet just to remember. I still have one
in my wallet.
Yeah.
Now I'm sad.
I know. Sorry.
I miss New York. I really miss it.
We'll go visit soon. Yeah, we should go for the Army Notre Dame game. We can't. I have fucking
not in
jury.
The city.
Yeah, it is. It's in Yankee Stadium.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fun.
It is fun.
You have jury duty.
I have fucking jury
Probably
duty.
Won't be called.
Yeah, and the game's on a Saturday, so we could theoretically.
They watch this podcast. You won't be called.
Why? You think this podcast makes me? Look, I already did fucking jury duty, and I'm telling you right now, if I ever get back on a jury, the guy's guilty. I don't care what the evidence is. I was so furious the last time I was on jury duty.
I know.
They put me first off. You're
not to talk about it.
I'm not talking about it now.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have to say the guy's name. I was so mad. The one funny thing that happened on jury duty, this guy was so fucking guilty. They had video of him. The cop, like, he was drunk and high, driving, DUI, and like the cops like had to like knock on his window for 10 minutes to wake him up. He fell asleep with his car idling in the on an off ramp, not idling, but like
in an off ramp.
Off ramp.
That's so dangerous.
Of course it's dangerous. And he's so like the dashboard footage is like
you were all like he's guilty.
The dashboard no, they didn't make him guilty.
What?
They didn't make him guilty.
They have footage.
Yeah, but they were like, do you really want to know what happened?
Tell me what happened.
They were like one, the blood alcohol test that they administered.
Those things are like
it was like the thing had expired for like a month.
Yeah, they can get off.
And then the second thing is like a bunch of the people in the jury were very woke. It was a black guy, and they were like, we're not saying he's guilty. So the compromise was like because the other people in the jury were like, this dude fucking did it. Like we were watching him.
Yep.
So the compromise was like he had 2 charges, and they found him guilty of the smaller charge and not the other charge. But it was the funniest part. Well, there's two funny parts.
You were part of that jury.
No, I was on the.
You were an alternate?
I was an alternate.
Oh, that sucks.
So I didn't even get to go into the deliberations, but I was like hanging out with them at lunch, and they would all like. 2 of the people were like, "We're not going to do it," because it was like, just 2 woke white ladies were like, "We're going to say not guilty no matter what."
Sure.
So anyway, they were like, but there was a clip of like the dash cam where the cop's knocking for like literally like 10 minutes. The guy finally wakes up and puts his window down, and smoke billows out of his car that you can see on the fucking dash cam.
Oh my
like
God.
He was like fucking baking in his car and fell asleep on an off ramp.
Oh my God.
Like in the middle of the off ramp.
So dangerous.
So that was hilarious. And then the second thing that was funny was they put up his mugshot. And his mugshot, he was like
high as fuck.
Well, he looked high and scared. So his mugshot, he's like that's his fucking mugshot. And when they put it up,
it's funny.
The guy, the defense attorney, I don't know why the defense attorney put up the mugshot because he looks so fucked up in the shot. God. But he goes, and when you look into the eyes of this man, I was as an alternate, I just go, ah! I started laughing so hard. Everybody laughs. The defendant laughs. The prosecutor. No. Everybody in the jury. The judge.
Just objectively hilarious.
Like, I was like, "Are we not gonna laugh at this? This is insane. This is so funny."
Hi, Gordon. He woke up.
Yeah. It was
very funny.
It was one of the funniest things. It was one of the funniest moments of.
That's hilarious.
I put it right up with Christian on the
cruise.
On the cruise, it's like 1A as like hardest laughs I've ever had.
That sounds like you had fun jury duty though.
Just that one time.
It's better than like somebody diddling kids or getting murdered.
A kid diddler. I mean, that would not be.
You don't want to be on that jury.
That would not
maybe
be
you
fun.
do. Send them to jail, but like be depressing.
I don't want to watch. I mean, then you get to hear kid diddled testimony.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
No, that'd be rough.
Yeah, you got a fun light. Was he a public defender, the attorney? Do you know?
The public defender. He wasn't.
Was he a public defender?
Yes, he was. Yeah. But he's still dressed in fancy suits.
Well, yeah, you have to use. There's decorum. You need to wear a suit to court.
It wasn't suits.
What did he wear? What did the attorney wear?
He wore fancy suits.
Like
usually,
what?
Like fucking like orange.
Oh, that's fun.
Vests. Like he dressed.
One of my
nice.
Bosses wears like pink suits to court and stuff.
He dressed. He like flamingoed it.
That's fun.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was a good guy too. Like he was really working for this clearly guilty guy.
Yeah.
And then the defense attorney or the prosecutor sucked. The prosecutor
probably thought like he had it in the bag with all the evidence.
He just wasn't good. I mean, honestly, this is just the problem. He just wasn't good.
Yeah.
He was really bad at his job. He would ask a lot of the same questions.
Yeah. He probably didn't prepare. He was like, "Oh, look at this evidence. It's fine. I'll get convicted."
Yeah, he was not good.
Yeah.
It was his fault.
I think I'd be a good lawyer.
I think you would be a good lawyer.
I'd be a good lawyer.
I'd be a bad lawyer. I'd get too fucking pissed at people.
No, you would not.
Like when you said that ridiculous shit about us being as tough as we were 100 years ago, I was just like, "Yeah, you can't say that." Yeah. Like, I can't formulate an argument when I'm mad.
Yeah, I'd be really good.
The only time I like formulate really good arguments is when my dad is going buck wild on some fucking conservative shit. And then I just go back to like woke 08 Eric.
Yeah.
And I crush him.
Campaign for Obama, Eric.
Seriously. Like Obama comes roaring out of me. It's crazy. There you go, bud. See you later.
Oh boy. Oh, big stretch.
Good stretch. What a good boy.
Good boy.
All right.
Okay, lay down right there.
There he goes.
Love you.
Yeah, I'm good at I'm good in those moments because his argumentation style, it's easy to critique and just be like, you're not listening, or like you're negating your own point with your inability to like just use basic logic.
Yeah.
But then in my regular life, I feel like most people don't do that, and then I'm not as good of a debater.
Yeah. I think I'm a pretty good debater.
I don't know. I think you're good, but I have beaten you a couple times,
Yeah.
and that doesn't speak well for you.
For me?
For me to beat you?
You're a good debater too sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'm also a good debater.
I know.
I'm pretty good. I was never on debate team like you, but like I would have to debate in some classes, like in some history classes or my psychology class I had a debate, or sociology, I don't know. And I won every school debate I did.
Yeah.
I did. I won every school debate.
Yeah, I can see that.
And people were like, holy shit, you should be a lawyer.
Why don't you go do that?
Because I'm bad at school.
Okay, but not if
and
you...
I've told you, don't let me go to law school.
Why not?
Because I'm really bad at school.
Do you think you'd be bad at school if you were interested in the things that you were looking at?
I wouldn't be interested in like 90% of the shit I'd have to take classes in.
Okay. But you can specify the type of law that you go into.
Not in law school. There's like basic gen eds that you need to take in law school. And you got to take the bar exam.
Yeah.
Which you don't specialize in the questions you get in the bar exam.
No.
I'm a bad test taker and I'm bad at school.
Okay.
I did take LSAT questions for fun once.
How'd you go? How'd you do?
I was really good at the logic, but I was not very good at the analytical part.
Yeah.
But without studying, I got 8 out of 10 on the logic questions, the logical reasoning questions.
It sounds like you might be able to be a lawyer.
But I got like 2 out of 10 on the analytical questions.
You know how much money you would make as a lawyer?
Yeah, but then you have to go into so much debt.
Hey, Liz, just random question. What's your day job right now?
I work for a law firm. No. I've told you.
That's kind of weird. Isn't that kind of weird?
Eric, this is why I've said, no. This is why I've said you cannot let me go to law school. And you were like, that's not a thing people do accidentally. But like, I might have a midlife crisis and want to go to law school. And I work for like one of the top lawyers in the country in a specific area of law. Like, she's very well known. She's gotten on a bunch of like 40 under 40 lists. I would have a freaking amazing recommendation. I have the letters of recommendation.
Yeah.
I'd have the trump card of letters of recommendations for law school.
Yeah.
But I'm not good at school. I'm really bad at school.
Okay.
I was a C student.
But again,
I don't want to go into debt, and I don't want to be a lawyer. It's so much work.
I'm not. You don't have to be
so much work.
Liz, you don't have to be a lawyer, but we have a friend right now who's going back to school.
I know.
You know how he did in school the first time?
Yeah.
Flunkaroony. How is he now talking about
here's
school?
The other thing, if again going back to like everything I want to do makes no money, the area of law I'd want to practice is I'd want to be a public juvenile defender.
Oh yeah, you make no money.
Make no money. That's the law that I'd like feel called to practice is public juvenile defense.
God damn it.
I'm not even public defense, like for children.
Yeah.
And that's depressing.
It's depressing, and you'll make no money.
You make no money.
I don't really want to.
But like, I looked into that. I looked into the CUNY. Like the CUNY School of Law or whatever the school is called has like a public juvenile defense like track you can do, and like it's a CUNY, so you don't get into a lot of debt. Yeah. And I looked into that.
We need to find you a fucking career. We need to find you a career.
I could also do employment law. I would do employment law, but like that's all contingency based.
Yeah.
So you only get paid if your client wins.
Well,
and that takes a long time.
You've got a little bit of experience
and that's
in
a lot
that.
of, I know, I sued an old employer and I got money and I hired a lawyer on contingency. That's why like I like workers' rights and labor rights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like I would be interested in that. But again, like you don't get paid unless your client wins. So
what's it going to be? What are the other options here?
I've got Tradwife.
Tradwife's not sounded so bad.
Public juvenile defense.
Let's go over Tradwife real quick.
I'd be a terrible Tradwife.
I think you're hot.
Yeah, I'm not good at cleaning.
You'd get good at cleaning. You're a Tradwife now.
I have back problems.
Yeah.
You make money. We can hire somebody to clean our house.
Okay. So no Tradwife, no lawyer.
Public librarian. Failed screenwriter. Failed actor.
You're not a failed actor. You've been in stuff. We don't say failure in this house, okay? We say opportunity for new discovery.
Theater teacher. Theater director.
Oh my God.
Public juvenile defender.
Look up a list. Look up a list
Everything
of 10 jobs that make money in 2024.
Money.
Just look up lists.
And they're all like the librarian thing. You make no money and it's also really competitive.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And so when I was like, oh, I think I should become it's just more of the same.
Also, you would describe
a job that makes no money and is competitive. Everything I want to do is that.
Well, you also described when you're a librarian, there you have to be like, oh, a library just opened up in Pottsville. We need to move there next week.
Wait. For the people that don't know, to become a librarian, you need to get a master's degree. And then like it's really competitive and people just like move where there are jobs. You interview for jobs all over the country and then wherever you get hired as a librarian, you go live there. It's that competitive.
Yeah.
That you're like, oh, there's a library position in Omaha. And then we'd have to go move to Omaha.
You got to be a Storm Chasers fan. Omaha Storm Chasers, minor league affiliate for the Kansas City Royals. I have a friend in Omaha.
Who?
James Rich.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they live out there.
That's good.
Yeah, we can hang out. We'd be friends with James Rich. That doesn't sound so bad.
Great.
I mean, I'm already friends with James Rich.
What am I going to do with my life when we give up on our dreams in a year?
You need to get on some fucking Google searches.
Figure something out. Viewers. Listeners. Here are things that I'm creative and I have a humanitarian streak. As Eric has said, I'm an ethical person.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I like to be creative and I like to help people. So what can I do and find purpose in where I can like make a good middle class wage and be happy doing that utilizes my creative skills and my desire to help people? Sound off in the comments.
Okay, and I'll give you another option. A remote job that makes money and that.
I'm terrible at sales. I care about the environment.
Remote and makes money. Those are the only two requirements. I don't want to sell
things to people. I'm very bad at sales. And I'm an ethical person.
She's going to do real estate in Haiti. She doesn't care as long as it's remote and she can make money. She will support the Haitian government putting down the rebels.
I'm doomed.
The ethics go out the window. We need a remote, profitable job.
I'm not good at school, so if you need like if it's a hard master's degree, I'm not good. I'm an intelligent person. I know I am. I know I'm smart, but I'm bad at school.
Is this like, look, there's a thing I heard people say one time where it's like, and I've done it myself, where you tell yourself something about yourself based off an experience you had, but it hasn't been updated for the capability you currently have. You keep saying you're terrible at school, terrible at school, but the truth is, I'm not even saying that you have to go back to school. I'm just saying it's like a self-confidence thing.
Okay.
You haven't been in school for how long?
Long time.
Maybe you would be good at school now.
Maybe
you would. Here's the thing, like, you are a quick learner and you self-teach yourself a lot. So you tell me that you're not good at school, but then I've also seen you like become good at things very quickly when you are motivated to do them.
But that's why I'm not good at school, is because if the motivation isn't there, I'm not going to learn it. I'm going to half-ass it.
Well, trade school is still a school, and that's you specifically choosing something. That's what I'm saying is like,
but okay, trade schools don't exist for like things that I'd want to do.
Liz, we're not putting you back in junior high. It's not going to be like random gen ed classes.
Yeah, but
it's
like trade schools don't exist for things I want to do.
I know. We got to figure something out.
What am I going to do?
We got to figure something out. Maybe just get a bullshit remote job that you don't care that much about, and then we'll just have a fun life. We'll go to King's Dominion and shit.
Fine. That sounds good.
I do want to go to
We'll
King's.
do that.
I do want to go to King's Dominion.
I'll get a shitty remote customer service job.
I burped. You like customer service?
I'm good at customer service.
Yeah. You are good. You get.
I'm good at customer service. I like actually kind of get gleeful when somebody's like reaming me out, and then I just kill them with kindness, and it pisses them off more.
Ooh, yeah, I'm
good at that.
That will be good. Maybe if I start a business, you be the customer service person.
Yeah.
What about like management?
No.
Like being like a team leader?
No.
Being like, hey, team, get in here.
No.
Today we're gonna sell rainbow cookies. I don't
like a lot of responsibility. I'm uncomfortable being in positions of leadership.
Yeah.
Which is like, here's the thing, like I would be good. That's a me thing. That's the thing that's holding me back. I should get comfortable with leadership.
Yeah. This is the worst job interview ever. You're like, I hate school. I hate leadership. I want to only do something ethical. You hear me? Ethical. You're just like, employers are just going X.
But I am good. I actually am really good at job interviews.
You are very good. And you would be good at a customer service job.
I'm good at customer service, but you don't make a lot of money doing customer service.
Yeah, but you can fucking work remote, and that's
true.
like
I can
making
just like do remote, and you make the money.
You just do fucking bullshit, and maybe this is the thing. If you do something like that, like my sister has a job.
Customer service jobs aren't going to exist in 5 years.
Listen,
it's going to be robots doing our customer service in 5 years.
Listen, my sister has a job that pays dog shit, but it's remote. And she can fucking do other things. Now, for her, that's raising her kid. But, like, you know, if you want to do, like, auditioning, like you even saying the other day, like, you just like auditioning for fun.
I could be an artistic director of a theater. All 12 theaters that exist in the U.S. Like, I think what might happen is you might just have a day job you don't care that much about, and you fill your life with creative stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
You just got to have a little bit of money coming in, and you need flexibility. You need flexibility so that the creative stuff can happen. So we can move to fucking Indianapolis so you can be the fucking sad little girl in Glass Menagerie.
I didn't get a callback for that.
But just
it's not going to happen.
Theoretically.
It didn't even get called back.
Theoretically, if you were in the Glass Menagerie in Indianapolis.
Sure, but I'm not.
But theoretically, if you were.
Okay.
You need a job where we can go to Indianapolis for 2 months.
Yeah.
And just become Colts fans.
Yeah.
We go to Fever games.
Oh, yeah.
And you've I know you're acting like you don't book stuff. You've booked stuff.
I haven't booked something in like 3 years, and I haven't gotten a call back in like 2 years.
All right, this is where
it's bad.
Is this where I have to like do the thing where I like start telling you all the cool shit you've done, and you
can,
slowly but surely your confidence comes back.
Yeah, but like the writing's on the wall. I haven't had a callback in 2 years. That's bad.
All right, I feel like
I used to get callbacks like every third or fourth audition, and I've had 0 in 2 years.
Okay. I feel like we're like
that's really bad.
I feel like we're 3 minutes away from you getting fucking messy drunk on my podcast. We're cutting so close to the fucking bone here. And we are, by the way, at 1:08.
Great. Let's end it on that depressing note.
Why don't we end it on this?
What?
For the love of God. You're a talented, funny actress who's done things in this industry that most people we fucking started with haven't even sniffed.
Okay.
That's the fucking reality.
Okay.
That's just the truth. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how I compliment my wife. I raise my voice like I'm yelling at her. This is how it is.
It doesn't make me feel great.
You're very talented.
Thank you.
Very talented.
Okay.
We'll get you a job at my company.
Oh, I spilled water. No, I'm bad at sales.
You are bad. That's
so bad at sales. What?
No, you had a lot of wine.
Drunk.
You got drunk.
I'm almost done with that. That's 3 glasses of wine. I thought 1 pack was 1 glass. It's not. It's 3.
I loved it. This was great. Well, we know what to do to get you talking on the pod.
Great.
Just get you trashed.
Okay.
We are at time. Now, where can all of my fine listeners, if they'd like to support Liz Galalis, where are they heading?
It's just my name at Liz Galalis on all social media platforms.
Galallis.
Gala, like a party, and Lis, like lisp without a P. You told me to say that.
Did I?
Yeah.
I was about to make fun of you for it,
No,
and I realized it was my own thing.
This is your thing.
Gala like a party.
Like lisp without the P.
Okay.
Galalis.
Mine's easier. You know mine. Say mine.
Hell, like the place. Wig, like a thing on your head. Hellwig.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yours is like not.
I know.
People don't mishear it.
People do mishear it.
Hellwig?
I get Hellwing. I get Hellwig with one L a lot. It's just like, it's just having to fucking, when you're on the phone and you're like, if you misspell my email, I won't get medicine for 2 months. Like that kind of shit where it's like, you need a thing to say that somebody in India will understand on a call that's important when you're, you know, changing your flight or some shit. Hell, wig.
Yeah.
Gala,
Liss.
Gala like a party.
Liss
like lisp without the P. That's pretty good.
And you were about to make fun of it, and then I reminded you.
And now I'm like, it's great.
And now you're like, I'm brilliant.
Yeah, I don't have self-confidence problems. I'm like, I crushed that. Thanks for coming on my show.
If you have an idea of a job I could do, please tell me.
As you can see, she's teetering.
I'm having a crisis.
Let's get this woman a job.
Okay, bye.
Later.